For them it was the end of the world. Because they saw themselves as the fulfillment of Ezekiel, dry bones. They saw themselves as the fulfillment of, the 70 years of exile, and I will not throw you out again. All that we think and apply to our lives today, end time prophecy, they applied it to their lives. Are you with me? Are you listening? So those church fathers, or those church, Greekinized mindset, Greek in their mindset, say, check, 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 hallelujah. All of Matthew, all the Mount of Olivet discourse was already fulfilled in Yeshua's generation. Do you see what I mean? Generation is 40, 70 years, some say even 100 years, okay? In the Bible, okay, different definitions of generation. Let's say 1 to 100, okay? Years. Of course, all was fulfilled. No Jerusalem anymore. No wonder they came with replacement theology. Are you with me? Because they put it on the line and they checked the events out. Clear? Well, if they would only understand the Bible in its Hebraic mindset, which means you do not put events on a line, but rather on a circle. When Yeshua said, I'm the Alpha and the Omega in the church, he is the Alpha and he is the Omega, right? But when Yeshua said it, he meant, I'm the Alpha and I'm also the Omega. Events are occurring and reoccurring again and again. Do you get it? There are more than one fulfillment of scriptures. Which means, yes, all, or at least most of what Yeshua said here, did happen to that generation. But there is yet another generation in which time all of those things will be re-fulfilled, and this time to the optimum, to the maximum. Because in the Bible, when the original prophecy is uttered, the living word is uttered out of the prophet's mouth, okay? All the details are given. All the details, like Yeshua. Guess what? When it is fulfilled the first time, it's not fulfilled with all the details. Only about 70%. Okay? 60-70%. In the next occurrence of events, it will, another 10% of the original prophecy will be added. Are you with me? In the optimal, which I believe, by the way, my humble opinion, there are 3 fulfillments. Okay? And in the question answers, I can elaborate on it, why I think so, okay? Everything is in 3 in the Bible, if you didn't notice it, yeah? So, on the third, my humble opinion, on the third occurrence, on the third fulfillment of this, Matthew 24, all the 100% details will be fulfilled, and that's all. He will come. How do I know that in the year 70 not everything was fulfilled, only 70%? Yeshua did not come. Am I right? There was a great trouble, Tzara Gdola, Jacob's trouble. There was, but it was just a little picture of the real Jacob. You see what I mean? Are you still awake? Yes. So it's about mindset. Since the church did not read the Bible, not necessarily in the Hebrew language, but through the Hebraic mindset, which means cyclical mindset, okay, that there is nothing new under the sun. Did you know? The wisest man ever lived beside Yeshua, King Solomon in Ecclesiastes said, nothing is new under the sun. What you think that is new already was. What is was already. What will be already was. In my bad English. Paraphrase. Remember? Nothing is new under the sun, beloved. Which leads me to the next sentence. If nothing is new under the sun, what is the best way to approach end-time doctrines? Or in another word, what is the best way to understand end time? To understand where we are now? To go to the beginning. Didn't Yeshua say that it will be as the days of Noah? Didn't he speak about Lot? Because if you want to understand Revelation, you go to Genesis. But the church cannot take it, because Genesis was already checked. Exodus was already checked. The church is now arguing about pre-tribulation rapture, mid-tribulation. You know, the church ask themselves, some of them, even if there will be a millennial kingdom. Those are the amillennialists. Oh, everything is now spiritual, you know, we are too weak, you know, people, you know, nothing has to do with you know, fleshly natural promises. No. Why? Because they put the events which occurred in the year 70 on a line and checked them. So there is no Israel, there is no importance to Israel, you know. It's yeah, we know that now they exist, you know, after 2,000 years of, almost 2,000 years of dispersion. Yeah, but it's okay. Come on, don't make it a big deal, because our promises are in heaven. They spiritualize all the prophecies, because the prophecies were already fulfilled at least twice. Are you listening? So don't be hard on them. Love them. Have mercy on them. They just don't look at scriptures the way you look at it now. You know that, oh, I know that it was already fulfilled, but it has yet another fulfillment. You're with me? They cannot take it. They say, oh, no, because they think in a linear line. Choo, 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 choo. We are progressing. No, we are not progressing. We are progressing, but to the very beginning. Who is Yeshua? Second Adam, or the last Adam. Compared to which Adam? If there is second or last Adam, there must be also first Adam, right? If you want to know about Yeshua, Yeshua's love towards his wife, us, go to first Adam and see how he loved his wife till death. Did you ever think about why Adam did not shout at his stupid wife Eve, she sinned first? Why didn't he tell her, oh, you stupid, you know, I have enough ribs, go to hell, God will, you know, take another one. Are you with me? No, he never sinned. He had the perfect godly love. He's God's firstborn. Do you see? I'm talking not about Yeshua, about first Adam. He says, I will eat it with you, I will go to die with you. The purest form of love. You want to understand Yeshua? Go to the beginning. Everything is cyclical. There is a progression till the last fulfillment, but it's in a cycle. Are you with me? So where are we now in these cyclical events, or, you know, world events? In my humble opinion, we are approaching the very end. We are approaching the very last, my humble opinion, last fulfillment of scriptures. I call it the optimum fulfillment. When the harmony which existed, again, by the way, at the end, must be connected to the beginning. What was in the beginning? Full harmony between the spirit world and the natural world. Yes or no? God is walking in a garden, not a spiritual garden. A real garden. You know? Adam was not a spiritual man. He took clay, right? He took water, he took care, and he harmony between the spiritual realm and Adam. God, I mean, they were naked, no shame. Yeah. This is exactly what will be at the very end. Satan is died for 1,000 years. This is the Sabbath day of planet Earth. See, the beginning and the end. Again. Cycles. Okay? So, turning our faces towards Jerusalem. Do you agree with me that Matthew 24 concentrates on, number one, the Jewish people? Those who are in Judea, don't come back. Remember? Don't get off your roof. He doesn't speak about those of Goldway or Banks, Texas, right? Number one, the Jewish people. Number one, the land of Israel. Are you with me? Right? And number three, which is the most important, I should put it number one, Jerusalem. The city of the great king. Right? Did you notice that if you open the newspapers, if you open CNN, most of the world, much of the world eyes is focused towards Jerusalem. Not Rwanda, not India, not the poor Chinese, which now were, in the mud slides, yeah? Well, not in India with the rains, with the flooded, not even Europe, which was also flooded. Okay? There are many earthquakes, you agree with me? There are many catastrophes in the world. Where do the world choose to look at? Jerusalem. Did you ever wonder why? Of course, I'm talking to the choir, because you are familiar with your Hebraic roots, praise God. God said, at least twice in the Bible, if I recall, maybe probably more, it is out of lack or due to lack of knowledge that my people perish. Right? Now, did you notice that it did not say it is out of because of lack of knowledge that the people of the world are perishing? He says, my people perishing. Look at Yeshua's words here. At that time, the love will grow cold, and many, he did not speak about the world. Many among us will turn one another to the authorities, will hate each other, will kill each other, will eat each other up. It is because of lack or due to lack of knowledge that my people perish. What in the world does it mean? Or why the people are lacking knowledge? Why God's people are lacking knowledge? Well, we have this background music. Thank God for kids. At least it keeps me awake. I don't know what about you. I'm not bored at least. Okay, where was I? Bring me back to track. Let's see if you listen. That my people perish. Beloved, listen carefully. Even though I'm preaching to the choir, maybe I will let you know some new things. Maybe you will gain and glean for me, not because I'm so special, just because God gave me this revelation, and I must. It's a must. It's not a volunteering. I will sin against God if I will not share it with you. You will be not mine. You will be God's ambassadors wherever you go. That's why I don't know who told me that she's going. I think you, still to the Baptist Church. Praise God for you. Be a light. Be ambassador to what I just teach you now. Okay? Teach others about it. You see what I mean? It's not always to get, to cut all, connection. Look down at them and say, those Sunday cow kissers. They are not Sunday cow kissers. Maybe they are, but without knowledge. They are ignorant. You know what I mean? They don't know what you know. Have mercy on them. So you need to be ambassadors to God's people and not the world. Don't worry, the world will be taken care of by Yeshua, by God. Are you with me? You need to be God's ambassadors after this lesson, or many other lessons, Bill Cloud and all the others, to God's people. And there are many in the churches, beloved. Are you ready for the next astonishing bomb that I'm going to throw on you? There are many ignorant people in the body called Messianic movement. Out of lack of knowledge, my people perish. It's my people with all the segments of my people. You understand what I mean? So what are the revelations? Maybe it won't be all revelations for you because maybe God already showed it to you.